And what about emotionally, Robert, to see something that happened to not only
Oh,
the
stunning.
Trump and the reaction, but also an American president is, an assassination attempt on an American president. Sometimes we forget, there's also that, and that, how
Yeah,
serious that
yeah,
is.
yeah. And the most charitable thing you could say is incompetence surrounding that. That's the nicest possible thing you could say. Uh, it's another notch in the deterioration of trust, let's say, and loss of, it's you go through this and you think, oh, I couldn't become more cynical than this, and then something else happens, and you're just like, uh, so so in terms of the emotional response, stunned, shocked, uh, empathizing. Uh, um, the the hero's moment of Trump uh, standing up, putting up his fist, saying fight in the face of the threat, and surrounded by these DEI hire people that are shorter than him, but whiter. To his credit, he seems to have really trimmed up lately compared to the last years of his presidency, and apparently his golf game has gotten quite good too. So I want whatever he's taking, but
Yeah, I mean,
it was a stunning moment
yeah,
in every dimension.
wow. And and then the Bobby endorsement happened. Were you?
Well, before that,
Yeah.
then we have the debate.
Yes. Okay.
And Biden just screws the pooch. There's no other way to say it. And suddenly there is a coup. It was described as a coup by Maureen Dowd in the New York Times. Come on, guys. Okay. It was a coup. And suddenly Kamala Harris is inserted. God only knows who has the nuclear codes, which apparently have to be memorized. I can't imagine that Biden has the Swiss cheese left to have any kind of responsibility about the football or command. I mean, there was some formal delegation of command relating to the Ukrainian conflict in all of this that was very odd at the time. But then we've seen all this play out, and suddenly we saw Kamala Harris being enthroned. How else do you put it? And after this coup, and before the convention, she's never campaigned. There was no votes for Harris. And then suddenly Biden's out. They've transferred the money from his accounts into her new campaign, and she's blessed in Chicago with amazing police force to ensure that the whole battlefield is secured, and and suddenly the polls flip, and we go from this, talk about news cycles, whiplash. We go from Trump, the hero assassination target, and the deep state speculation as being responsible for that, to suddenly Kamala Harris unabashedly advocating for, calling them socialist policies is almost on the fringe. And we learned that I didn't know, her father was a Marxist professor. And all of the issues about the labeling of her as black when she's not, she's Indian, and her putting on Southern accents when she goes down to campaign there, and then being more. I mean, it is a stunning example of marketing and packaging and propaganda. It's there's one of these moments where you have, just like with the shock and awe COVID campaign, where they bought influencers, and by the way, they're buying influencers for Harris too, of course, where they just deployed that propaganda in a harmonized fashion across the world, this is another one of those moments. And where we're getting to see the power, this raw power of this blob, as some are calling it, and its ability to shape reality. I mean, no wonder they take the position that reality is so 20th century, that it's all about how you feel, and moreover, how they can make you feel is the truth. And that plays into the whole surveillance capitalism issue, et cetera, and what's going on in that world that's, driving a lot of this craziness. When I talk about fifth gen warfare and cyber these days, one of the kinds of questions I get is, well, didn't they always do this? And the truth is that a lot of the core strategies are in Sun Tzu's book on war. But the power of the internet and the ability to control the narrative and the information is like nothing the world has ever seen before, coupled with this, again, this key term, surveillance capitalism, this business model of extracting everything that you're thinking, feeling, believing from your metadata. The metadata cloud that surrounds you is being extracted without your authorization, without your permission, and formulated and repackaged as behavioral futures, both individual behavioral futures and group or caste or class behavioral futures. They can parse it a million different ways. And then that gets fed into the whole cyber technology platform apparatus. And with fine-tuning based on those biases that have been identified about you. And it's the feedback loop is that it is actually actively shaping everything that you think, feel, and believe. So you're left, if you grapple with this surreal landscape of psychological warfare and really kind of grok it, forgive me, stranger in a strange land, Heinlein acknowledgement. But if you really allow yourself to think and comprehend about this, you come to realize that you cannot have any confidence in what you think is true, in what you think are your feelings, because they are being so actively managed. Robert Epstein, I'm sorry, not the island of hell, and his group have done a fantastic job of characterizing these short information fragments and messages, this ephemeral content that Google pushes at all of us through the browser, and has clearly documented again and again, and the data are getting stronger and stronger, that Google can shift voting patterns in non-committed voters by 20 points, just based on the information they're pushing at you. And as I say, it's ephemeral content, so it doesn't stay there. It's really hard to document. That's the brilliance of what Epstein and his group have done, or Epstein, I'm sorry, is they've created a system where they can capture this as frame grabs, essentially, and document what Google's doing. It is intrinsically evil.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.